Right, we now come to the 10-minute rule motion. Esther McVey.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that leave be given to bring in a bill to introduce compulsory labelling of halal and kosher meat. Currently, consumers do not have that information, and many are purchasing and consuming halal and kosher meat without their knowledge and without their agreement. The unique process of halal and kosher meat requires the animal to have its throat slit. In the case of halal meat, the animal is often stunned before it's killed, although it might not be, and for the shahita killing, for kosher meat, there is no pre-stunning. This lack of stunning causes the animal to experience severe pain. The government's own figures show that of the 1.035 billion animals processed in English and Welsh slaughterhouses in 2024, an estimated 214.6 million were slaughtered to produce halal meat. The analysis shows the total meat supplied by non-stun slaughter is about 4 times greater than the population of Muslims and Jews in the UK. In effect, a two-tier system has been created, one in which some slaughterhouses comply by stunning laws and one in which others don't, citing the religious exemption, without ever intending to focus their sale on that market. Unfortunately, a driver of this market of non-stun meat is that a step of the process is removed, meaning this meat production becomes cheaper. Supermarkets and food outlets can produce this cheaper meat without ever declaring it to the consumer, and this is not what was intended by legislation. We have seen many examples of this over the last 15 years. Britain's biggest retailers, such as Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Marks and Spencer's and Asda, have sold halal or kosher meat without informing the consumer, as well as places like Domino's, Pizza Hut and KFC. And non-stunned produce is being used by 17 local councils in schools, the majority of which are not Islamic faith schools, without parents or children having the first idea about it, as well as it also being served in hospitals and in local councils. So in December, when Labour put forward its much vaunted animal welfare strategy, a document lauded with the aim of preventing animals suffering unnecessarily, which included the banning of boiling of live lobsters, banning the use of carbon dioxide to stun pigs, and steps to ensure the more humane slaughter of farmed fish, I was surprised and alarmed to see no mention of the more humane slaughter of animals and the labelling of halal and kosher meat. There was a clear opportunity to call for this labelling of halal and kosher meat, and it was missed. Nowhere in Labour's 12,500-word animal welfare strategy was it mentioned. Mr. Speaker, this bill will provide that assurance to all consumers that they know how their meat was produced, and I would urge all members of this House to support this measure.
That the Right Honourable Member have leave to bring in the bill. The question is, the Right Honourable Member have leave to bring in the bill. As many of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Who will prepare to bring in the bill?
Sir Roger Gale, Alberta Costa, Dame Karen Bradley, Sir Edward Lee, Graham Stringer, Rupert Lowe, Sammy Wilson, Jim Allister, Lee Anderson, Sarah Pochin and myself.
Yeah, very good.
Wow, Esther McVey completely nailed it. She just exposed a massive blind spot, or honestly, a deliberate cover-up in our food industry. Think about what she's saying here. Supermarkets and massive food chains like Domino's and KFC are pushing this meat without ever declaring it to the consumer. And why are they doing it? Because by skipping the stunning process, the meat becomes cheaper to produce. It's always about the money, isn't it? As McVey rightly pointed out, a two-tier system has been created. You've got one group of slaughterhouses actually following the standard stunning laws, and another group abusing a religious exemption just to mass-produce cheaper meat for the general public. And the stats she dropped are wild. She noted that the amount of non-stunned meat produced is about 4 times greater than the population of Muslims and Jews in the UK. Does that sound like a niche religious exemption to you? Or does it sound like a massive corporate loophole that the government is just turning a blind eye to? But the absolute best part, the moment she really dropped the hammer, was calling out Labour's staggering hypocrisy. She highlighted Labor's new animal welfare strategy, where they apparently care deeply about the banning of boiling of live lobsters and the humane slaughter of farmed fish. Yet, as McVey pointed out, nowhere in Labor's 12,500-word animal welfare strategy was it mentioned that we should label halal or kosher meat where animals literally have their throats slit without being stunned first. You can't make this stuff up. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a paper cut while completely ignoring a severed artery. Labor will bend over backward to save a lobster, but they absolutely refuse to touch this issue because they are terrified of the political blowback. It's pure, unchecked cowardice. At the end of the day, consumers have a fundamental right to know what they are putting on their dinner tables. If you want to buy halal or kosher, totally fine. But the rest of the country shouldn't be tricked into buying it just so big retailers can pad their profit margins. What do you guys think? Is Labor ever going to act on this, or will they keep hiding behind their 12,500-word hypocrisy? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy content like this, and let's continue.